Welcome back, everybody. Taylor Swift Cardigan official video. I've just done the mashup of this and Harry Styles Falling, which is great. But then I realised, I hadn't seen this video. There's some pretty cool imagery from the clips I've seen, but let's watch the whole thing.
Vintage tea, brand new phone, high heels on, cobblestones. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. Sequin smile, black lipstick, sensual politics. When you are young, they assume.
I said at the beginning of the mashup reaction, I was like, I like this song, but it wasn't one of my favourites. But I think I'd listened, I suppose, to the Long Pond version a few times, and it's only recently that I've done the album over on Patreon. And yeah, the production of this is class, man. I love how there's the snare on every other beat, So there's like space, and I just love the feeling of that. I'll point it out now. I love things like that, man. I love the reverb on the snare for a start, the kind of sounds that I love.
Vintage tea, brand new phone, high heels on, cobblestones.
That's like a horse walking into town, that percussion as well, isn't it? Clickety-clop.
Sequin smile, black lipstick, sensual politics. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you, dancing in your Levi's, drunk under a street light. I knew you.
I love the imagery of that, man.
Hand under my sweatshirt, baby, kiss it better right. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan.
It is Jumanji-esque, isn't it? I suppose the idea of going into a different world, or like what the Lion, the Witch of the Wardrobe, stuff like that, But what a great, beautiful metaphor, because that's what music is, for me anyway, and I'm sure for loads of you. It's an escape into a magical realm, isn't it? It's a journey, it's a trip. You can just explore. I don't know what can you explore? It's difficult to define, isn't it? I suppose, but man, I just love music. I just love it.
Under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. A friend to all is a friend to none. Chase two girls, lose the one. When you are young, they assume you know nothing.
That water's going backwards into the piano, isn't it, as well? And it's pouring out of Harry's in Falling. I think I've said before as well, Taylor doesn't get enough credit for her voice, does it? She doesn't get enough credit for her voice. But she's got range, man, and there's such beauty in her tone, just like she can do so many different things with it, Really a chameleon, a musical chameleon, isn't she? But the tone in her vocal, up close and quiet and singing like this in the microphone, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? Just gorgeous.
But I knew you, playing hide and seek and giving me your weekends. I knew you, your heartbeat on the high line, once in 20 lifetimes. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. kissing cars and downtown bars was all we needed. You drew stars around my scars, but now I'm bleeding. 'Cause I knew you stepping on the last train.
This is cool. Listen, this is interesting as well, isn't it? Because she's left that magical world. It's into what's this? Into turmoil, into despair. You know, the jarring effect sometimes of coming back into reality if you've got some shit to deal with.
Touch me like a bloodstained eye. I knew you tried to change the ending, Peter losing Wendy. I knew you leaving like a father, running like water. When you are young, they assume you know nothing, but I knew you'd linger like a tattoo kiss. I knew you'd haunt all over my what ifs. The smell of smoke would hang around this long.
What a beautiful shot that is, man.
Everything when I was young, I knew I'd curse you for the longest time, chasing shadows in the grocery line.
Is there a behind the scenes of this video? I'd love to watch this to see how they did this. This is cool.
I knew you'd miss me once the thrill expired, and you'd be standing in my front porch light, and I knew you'd come back to me. You'd come back to me, and you'd come back to me, and you'd come back. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite.
Yeah, cool, man. Nice video. It's a nice song as well. What are some of the oh, still a lot going on. It didn't do this on the record, did it? I like this though. Some of these weird backward sounds. Yeah, nice video, man. Let me know some of like the Easter eggs if I've missed. I mean, I don't even know what I've caught, if I caught any of them, but I like the imagery, man. I like the idea of, you know, music saving you, being somewhere, the magical element of it, you know. And there is like a shamanistic element to music, isn't there? You know, as I spoke about before. Is there any culture that doesn't really celebrate music? I don't know. I certainly celebrate it. I just love it, you know. I just love it. Have a great week, guys. Take care of yourselves because you're important, you know. Love to you. And I'll see you soon.